Alright everyone, now that you've had a chance to get out into the world and talk to a couple of people about your business idea, let's put what you've learned to work. One of the most important ideas in entrepreneurship is to hold your ideas loosely. What does that mean? Well, put simply, it means to be willing to change your mind. As you begin to build empathy for your core audience, your perspective on how to solve your chosen problem might change, and your idea should change with it. Did you know that Twitter started out as a podcasting company? Crazy, right? I guess the founders went through many iterations, reformulating their thinking, talking to people again and again and again before they finally landed on a 140 character limit social network. It's amazing where being a good listener can get you. To help you learn more about adapting your business plan to fit the needs of your target market, we've explored the floors of Capital Factory to talk to entrepreneurs just like you. Has your business plan altered since you started your company?
Well, it's evolved. So when we started, we had a single idea and went to who we thought would buy it or make it possible. And they would add, oh, well, it would be great if it did this, right? Or, well, we could see that, but really we want you to, like, if this solution was had, then, that'd be worth much more. So when we started, it was definitely a smaller, more narrow, here's this first idea, and then it's evolved into what it has today.
What did the process of adapting your business plan look like?
A lot of brainstorming, I like to, if you think about things late at night too, when you do the brainstorming stuff with your friends during the day or your colleagues, and then at night before you're going to bed, you start thinking about it, and that way you get to sleep on it the next day. Sometimes really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any brainstorming tips or techniques for young entrepreneurs finalizing their ideas?
I would say that trying to, get feedback and opinions from as many different sources as possible is like a must-do, because that whole concept of thinking outside the box and whatnot. I think it's more or less kind of evolved to really just being incorporating more things in from outside the box. I think there's definitely brilliant people out there, and there's plenty of people that you can get opinions from that are already out there and already thinking about the same things you are, just maybe in a slightly different way.
How does the phrase "hold your ideas loosely" relate to your business model?
Yeah, I think it could pertain to a couple different things. I think the primary idea that it gets at is that I wouldn't ever, if you come up with a good idea, it may be good today, but tomorrow it might not be good, right? So you have to be ready to, toss an idea in the trash if you need to and start over from scratch. And we've done it a couple times. It's just the nature of the beast. And for the most part, you live and you learn, and you're able to kind of come up with ideas that might scale better in the future, or that you might be able to more easily pivot from moving forward.
Embracing change isn't necessarily an easy thing to do. It may be difficult to part ways with a part of your product or service that you are really fond of, which is why it's always great to remember, once again, to hold your ideas loosely. Your next step is to do a fresh round of brainstorming. Take a moment to set your solution aside and think anew about the problem that you're trying to solve. Don't worry, your original idea isn't going anywhere. It's just waiting for you to make it even better. To help you out, we've outlined a few brainstorming techniques to help you get creative. Remember that brainstorming is just to get the ideas flowing. You can worry about whether they're good or not after you're done. If brainstorming out loud with other people isn't productive for you, try brainwriting. Meet with a group of your peers and ask each other questions, but instead of answering those questions out loud, take 10 to 15 minutes to write your answers out. Then pass your answers around the group and read each other's thoughts. If you're working alone, the technique is called free writing. Set a timer and write freely about your product or idea. During this time, don't stop to edit or look back over your words. Write continuously until the time is up. Happy brainstorming, and join us next week for our final video whenever we discuss pitch performance and preparation.